Fuck is Sorry, guys. Trying to find a damn brand. What's up, everybody? Teen Sensation Billy Tucci here, and I'm in a bad fucking mood. So as Aaron said, normally when we do the Brofessionals, we all normally the bros will pick things that they like, some kind of art subject, influences, favorite short stories, favorite black and white comics, etc., etc. And I just focus on whatever pisses me off the most. So, well, it is what it is. So, hey guys, what do you say we do some bros? What's up, bros?
Hey,
what's up?
How you doing, guys? Good to see you all. Good to see everybody in the chat. Our friends here, Repairman Jack, Robert the Bruce, a good Scotsman, Citizen Ronan, Fritz Schnitzel. Oh my God, look at all these people. Chris Giuliano, Ronan again, Marcus Killigrew, guys. I think I'm going to see Marcus this weekend, Andy. And,
you know it.
Danny Boy. Graham Nolan is in here. He says, what? Hashtag what?
What?
Fraga Boom is here, and I don't know if Jessica Edwin, good to see you. Andy Smith is here. Levi Skeen, Griever Enterprises, Aaron Lopresti, also with the hashtag what? It's good to see you guys. What's up? I think I like to start a show, and I think I'm going to start doing this with a funny knock joke.
all right, let's
All
go.
right.
Is that all right?
Funny knock joke?
I think there is. I think this one's real funny. And you tell me if you think this one's real funny, because I think it's real funny.
Are we all gonna say who's there, or do you have a
No.
person?
I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it.
Okay, let's go.
So let's do this. All right, here we go.
Oh, I've seen this.
You ever heard of my Nazi knock joke, Lewis? No. Knock. Who's there?
We asked
We lost the questions.
questions. That one's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Holy shit!
Oh, that's great.
I actually did that to someone one time.
Did you do that to someone?
We will ask the questions.
You know Friday is going to be hammer drunk this weekend, and he's going to do that to somebody.
Who is?
You are.
You.
Friday.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Oh,
not.
yeah, you are.
Well,
gotta
you
get-
know, I am breaking my right now while I'm at home, and I promised the missus it's only non-alcoholic. By the way, here's
Well,
another
that's supposed to be good beer, that Athletic.
dude. It's fucking awesome. It
Yeah,
tastes
I've
like a
heard that.
real beer. Like
Yeah.
blindfold me. This is a IPA.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah,
Dan, when you're here Thursday night, I'll blindfold you.
I know you will. I know
Nice.
you will.
Nice.
Yeah, well,
You know, I'm gonna cheat though.
And then between Billy and I, we're gonna play a game with you called Whose Is It?
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Hide the sausage.
You know how like on a mattress, like you leave a little divot? My hands have divots shaped like you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, dude, that's just wrong. Well, we're gonna have fun tonight. We're just gonna talk about, with the whole thing with the D-Day anniversary services that
80
happened.
years, man.
Yeah, 80 years, man. That
Yeah, 80
transpired
years.
last week. I just started thinking and just wondering, and I'm gonna share my screen and the bros. I'm like, I think this is what my choice is gonna be. So I'm just kind of curious, guys, is how in the world did we go from this, right, to this? Now, this is 80 years ago. These are U.S. Army paratroopers. This is my friend Jake McNeese right here, giving themselves mohawks and painting and spontaneously putting war paint on before they're about to jump into Normandy 5 hours before the invasion.
Mhm.
And I think it was like 8,700 paratroopers against 500,000 Germans, right? How do we go from this? These guys taking the black and white paint from the invasion stripes on the C-47 aircraft that they're loading up into to fucking this, man.
What?
Oh.
What is this? What is this?
This is, okay, the portrait on the right of this colonel
What?
is his official Army portrait. This is a U.S.
You got to be kidding me. That's not
No.
real, is it?
This is
Dude.
real. This is real. Ask Marcus Killigrew. This is real. This
Wait,
is
what was it? What is it? Okay, is this his religion?
No, he's identifying as a furry, whatever, the leather fucking dog, and the guy on the other side's a captain. So this guy's a colonel.
Those aren't the same guy.
No, I don't think it's the same guy because he couldn't be.
One guy is bluey and one guy's
well,
blowy.
the bluer uniform is the older uniform. This is maybe like 4 years ago. This is this year.
Well,
Orlando.
Billy, you know as well as anybody that the Army was always referred to as dog faces.
Dog face pony soldiers.
Yeah. So
yeah.
now it's just come to pass.
It's bondage gear. That's what they are. What is,
dude?
Look at these sick.
That's
fucks.
the same type of mask that those dudes are wearing in that photo I posted on Twitter.
Right, that gay pride parade.
Load it up too. Let me see if I can find that stuff. Like this is like, I mean, you're seriously looking at some sick fucking fucks right here. I mean, I don't even know how else to say it.
I don't know if I was ready for this show, Billy. Like,
bro, I'm sorry, man.
I was like, yo, I got some theories why kids are the way they are these days, you know. And,
all right, well, that's
but why are adults the way they are?
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Well, because they're permissively allowed to. They're just as fucked up as they ever were, but now they can express that self in a armed services that has become a social project rather than being, you know, badasses that blow things up and kill people.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So here's the. This is it. These are the same masks. These are bondage dog fucking people.
Wait,
are these the paratroopers?
No.
Where is this?
At some parade this past weekend.
The bigger question is, why isn't this little girl's parents in jail?
Right. I'm saying this girl's probably a year or two older than Sammy. This girl does not understand what's happening.
No. Her parents should be cited for
But
this.
she thinks it's okay because they're being brought there by their parents, and there's all these other adults around. This must be viable.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on.
Interesting.
Hang on a second.
This is interesting.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
What are we doing here?
I see. I'm working my way to the bottom.
I'm at the bottom.
Oh, son of a bitch.
There we go. Aaron's back.
Wait. Hey, now Billy's on
welcome
bottom.
to my show, everybody.
Hey, you.
You know what's sad to me, guys? I'm going to tell you what's really sad. They ruined that dog mask for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, how cool would a vigilante guy, like, you know, look if this wasn't associated with the weirdness? You know, like a guy with a baseball bat with spikes, not for that butt, but you know what I'm saying?
I don't know that cool is the right word.
Yeah.
Scary.
I don't know. You work up the rest of the costume the right way and put that mask on a real big dude like Dan saying with the bat.
Yeah, think of body bags with the smiley face. Think of a guy like that with that on. That would be like, holy fuck, that guy means business. These guys mean a different kind of business.
Do you see that they're right? But at some of these parades, one of them had these guys all riding bicycles naked.
Oh,
so they're riding
yeah.
Fucking
okay. Now listen. There's a line, you can ride that line, but at a certain point, that's indecent exposure.
Well, it's always indecent exposure to be naked.
But that's the thing. They do that, and it's kind of like this past weekend, right? Where you see the stuff going on in DC with, you know, spray painting the statues, all that crap with those protesters, which they are literally breaking the law. You're not even allowed to wear masks in DC, right? So they're breaking the law. Cops are told don't do anything, whatever. And then the 3 kids on scooters that do skid marks over top the painted road of the gay pride flag get felony charges. Right. And it's like, what is wrong with this picture? And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like, no, it's a gay pride parade. So no, they can walk. The guys can walk down the street naked or ride the bike naked and stuff. It's fine. It's like, no, it's against the law. It doesn't matter.
It's only against the law if you're not in a protected group.
Right.
Right.
Well,
It's just so disturbing because they've hijacked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A very historic, event and a people who were, marginalized and and a lot they took a lot of shit. But these lunatics have hijacked this entire, movement, I guess, to make it for their own freaky fetishes and all this fucking weirdo shit. And fuck those people, man. I'm just like I said,
I'm not on that bit. I just think
next kid walking around wearing masks like that, talking to
no. But what I'm saying is I'm down for everybody to be happy, but I'm down for everyone to follow the same rules. That's you know that's.
I think that's what you're all
is.
saying.
That's all there is. Because I got no problem if you want to do that. If you said, hey, we're doing intermittent traffic control. Only people that have signed these waivers can go watch this stuff like you would at a strip club or whatever. Hey, fine. Go do it. But the fact that it's just like, hey, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let me play devil's advocate here. Okay, so you go to this gay parade and you see the village people with their chaps on and their asses hanging out, right? And they're walking around these parades, and those are at every one of those parades. There's always at least one guy like that. Okay,
came to stay at the YMCA.
That should be illegal. You put some clothes on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got a woman in a string bikini with that floss up her ass. Do you tell her to get some clothes on?
Well, she's at the beach. A dude can wear a floss up his ass if he wants to wear a banana hammock at the beach.
So if these guys, decided to hold their parade on the beach, they'd be good.
I guess so.
Yeah. I'm just throwing a little salt in the wound here. That's all.
Yeah, no, I know. I hear what you're saying.
I said, what? So you condone this, Graham?
Am I condoning it? Yes, I'm condoning women wearing floss up their ass out in public so that we can all see it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm condoning.
I agree. I concur. Do you concur, Dr. Kit Carter?
Well,
Dr. Merv. I apologize.
Here's the problem with Graham's thing that he's talking about here. This is a sanctioned event, okay, like a parade or something like this. Isn't just some guy walking down the street and maybe I'm offended by him, maybe I'm not. But you have a sanctioned event. When was the last time you saw in St. Patty's Day Parade, New York, a bunch of guys in bondage outfits whipping each other and dangling their goods for the audience as they walk?
The Irish don't go for that, Patty.
That's my whole point.
Because that's a bunch of blarney, man.
Here's a fine stick to beat the lovely lady with.
This LBGTQARSTUV stuff is every time I see, and I'm sure it's not every parade, but I would be willing to bet it's 90% of them. It's sexualized. It's a sexual component. Yeah. Oh, we want to be treated just like everybody else, but their whole thing is not, what they're claiming. It's all about sex, and it's all about perversion and sex, and that's all.
Oh, and being fabulous. Don't knock the fabulousness. There's some fabulous shit out there.
And the most primal urges. That's what it's about. Is like sick fetishes,
right? Complete lack of self-control. And again, like Graham said, if you're in a, I'm wholeheartedly against pornography, but it is allowed under our law and interpretation of the Constitution, but it can't be flaunted out in a public setting, especially something that's sanctioned by the local government to allow this to happen, where they're blocking off streets and stuff.
Right.
I'm sure if they had like a porn parade, people would be livid about it, Yeah. So
that it's funny you bring that up, because some of my theories involving today's topic, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
I grew up in the 70s. I remember the first time I saw a naked breast in print. I remember the first
National Geographic. Oh yeah.
Amen, brother. I also remember sticking a butter knife in the cable box to make Playboy Channel, kind of flicker so you can kind of see it. I remember that. But we even when you were dating, the accessibility to you know, that sort of thing was very limited, and you know, you could kind of enjoy the journey of holding hands and evolving to first, second, third base, whatever, you know, throughout your relationship, if it's deemed so. But you know, I know as a fact that I learned a lot of what I learned from old school 70s smut. You know, I'd seen a lot of it. No, I'm not. I'm just being dead serious. You know, movies like Taboo or Babyface or High School Memories, good stuff. 78, 77, 78. But that was kind of like watching that. You kind of go, oh, that's the dance. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. But now, you know, it's so accessible via, you know, phone, the internet, or whatever, that even someone as young as Harrison can, if not, you know, regulated, could see it and then have expectations, and there is no holds barred now. You know what I'm saying? There's no hand holding. There's no.
How old's Harrison now?
He's 10. But
well, they say that it's around 10, 11 that's when most kids, I would assume boys activate. More see porn.
Yeah, that's when they activate.
See porn.
Right. But
10.
What I saw at 10 was my mom was renting a room from this guy named Al, and his whole garage was wallpapered with Playboy centerfolds. But that was the extent of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Not the stuff you see out there. The other theory that I have, which is really something that is messing with people outside of our generation, I would say even millennials, not just Gen Z and Gen Alpha, is this idea of social currency. We didn't have to put on any sort of airs in a sort of official way back in the day. You could have your own personal style, and your reputation was based on how you behaved and how you acted. You didn't have to sit there and craft it and present it for people. You did to some degree. We all wear masks, but these days there's this sort of social currency of I got to be cool, I got to be first, I got to have the, you know, I got to have the most likes, I have, you know, it's this sort of thing. But with that comes, and I'm sorry to bring it up, with it comes with something that happened with someone like Ed Piskor, who very much valued what he had created, that brand he had created. He valued it so much so that he and I weren't friends anymore, because he felt being friends with me would tarnish his brand. So when something like the allegations happen, that's got to be a real shake of the tree. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to your whole Fabergé egg is shattered, and it's because of this sort of web we weave to show the world. Not us, because we don't give a fuck. But I can see, like, kids, I have kids ranging from 5 to 20, and I, you know, talk to other kids and meet a lot of people on the road, and a lot of it has to do with social presentation and preservation of that thing. And what I'm saying with that comes walking on eggshells, not, you know, staying with the crowd. Oh, it's cool to be this, I better be this. Oh, they're saying sign a pledge, I better sign a pledge. You know, it's this sort of like social painting of yourself that you must present. And I think that's my theory on the big problem, is that no one can genuinely be themselves, express how they feel, or they'll be societally punished. I don't know.
I think
maybe I'm crazy.
There's Andy, real quick. Somebody in the chat, Weird Violet, says if they were indecent, they would be arrested. That's not true.
That's not
the laws of indecent exposure still apply only as they want to apply them, and it's your opinions that differ from the law. That may be true, but the reality is we need to get back to having a little bit more morality and moral conscience in this country and the world, for that matter. It's just
it's not going to happen, buddy.
All this stuff has been thrown out the window.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I also want to give Marcus.
Well, it is if society collapses and we're heading in that direction.
Well, this is what we have to think about. But high five on the K Parker reference to Marcus Kilgore. He knows what's up. K Parker for the
he knows what's up. He always
but the I don't know if you guys watched. Did you guys watch the Apple keynote at all?
No.
You guys.
Oh no.
You
mean the one just recently where he was talking about the AI with the phones and shit?
Yes, you need to watch that because this is a step into a new reality. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do, but to know that your phone has those capabilities, good and bad, is pretty crazy. Chat GPT built into the OS.
Yeah, I'm on the. I mean, it's a tangent, but I'm on the fence on whether or not I want to keep an iPhone.
It's not a tangent, though. It's not a tangent, though, because we're talking about societal waves, right? What the F happened to men? What happened to people? What happened to being a human being? I have a feeling because of the way they promote this Apple Intelligence, they try to say it's personalized, but what do they do when they personalize you? They take your handwriting and they make it neater. What do they do when they personalize you? They take your writing and make it better. But they're also
for that shit.
Yeah, they're actually molding you into something, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, it's like one of the analogies I heard today about it was, you know, if I'm writing I'm texting like a sweet poem or something to my wife, right? And then Chat GPT or whatever it is on the phone is like, we can make this better. And it tweaks it and makes it better with the same intent. Well, you know,
can you turn that off though?
Well, the analogy I heard was it's like, well, I'd rather have the original one that I wrote sent, and I think my wife would too, because it's warts and all, because it's my writing style. It does have flaws, but it's coming from me.
Ultimately, the humans will crave what you're talking about. We always do. Style is imperfections. Flavor is differences.
I think we're getting
away, and like Graham said,
getting away from the point.
You watched it.
We're not though. It all makes it. It's all part of it because here's the thing.
No.
Follow me on this, Graham. You and me and everybody on this panel are going, can I turn this off?
Right.
People have been conditioned now to be like, oh, this makes my life easier. That's what happened to men. They've been softened.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
Well, they have, but it's not because of their iPhones. It's
going to contribute to it, man. It's a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. No, well,
I think. Hey, Billy, is Art in the back room? Because he's in the chat. He says he's here.
He just popped in right now.
Yeah. What up, Phil? Phil's in the house.
What's up, Phil? Hang on. Oh, I can edit your screen name, Art. Not that I'd ever do. What's up, brother?
Share my screen real quick.
Yeah, I will share, but I'm going to lead to your screen if I can share this because I got
go ahead.
A little way from it. But I want to know how we went from this. I think we've also. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Down to the bottom, Andy.
Sorry, Andy. Here you go. All right. So, but like from this, and I mean, this is Ronald Reagan when the hippies took over the school.
Told you for days in advance that if the university sought to go ahead with that construction, they were going to physically destroy the university. Why did you
negotiate many times?
Negotiate? What is to negotiate? What is?
Well, the university is a public institution.
That's right. But the university,
its own community, and for the community of Berkeley that live around it.
All of it began the first time some of you who know better and are old enough to know better let young people think that they had the right to choose the laws they would obey as long as they were doing it in the name of social protest.
I'm sick and tired of the argument about
that was good.
To enforce law and order is going to escalate anything at all. Plain truth of the matter is this has to stop, and it has to stop like the day before yesterday.
I would like to propose that the issue is that on the campuses, you who are adults, you who are entrusted with those young people and their guidance, have a responsibility to make it plain to them from the very beginning that you yourselves do not tolerate the kind of conduct that has led to the burning of Wheeler Hall, that has led to 2 murders on the campus of UCLA.
You've created an atmosphere on the campus where no one wants to listen.
You are a liar.
I have read and I have been questioned since I've been here about certain demonstrations against my coming. And I would like to say just one thing, and to those who demonstrate so. I wonder if they have ever asked themselves that if they should have the kind of government they apparently seek, no one would ever be able to do what they're doing again.
And I have a feeling that if you check closely on some of the more militant of those leaders who are advocating violence, you will find that if you settle whatever issue it is that has them worked up today, they'll be back tomorrow morning with another issue. But I think the time has come for them to make a choice and to decide whether they want to continue to even tolerate these false prophets in their midst who are, if anything, destroying their own community. I don't think that.
Anyway, you get it. I mean,
Hey, man. Hey, show that cartoon below it.
Okay.
Hey,
You
I
know,
went and saw,
I just want to.
I went and saw Reagan speak in 1980.
That's cool.
And
Me
he
too.
was it was a great speech, and in this some hecklers were in the crowd
Okay.
going hail Reagan, you know, like
Seek
you
hail
know,
or something.
treating him like Hitler.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know, if it wasn't for my generation, you'd be saying hail somebody else right now.
Oh,
Shut those guys up like that.
Oh,
Well, you know what? I have a little bit of insight on like what Reg was saying and stuff too. Like modern day parents. I've argued this with other parents. Raising our daughter, I had no examples of other parents that were even decent, right? They were like praising, like, oh, I want to be their friend. I want to be their friend. I've had other parents have me correct their kids because they didn't want to be the bad guy.
no,
Right. Like I told some friends were staying over. We had a pool in California. And I said, your daughter can't go out there unless there's a parent out there. And then so that was it, right? So next thing I know, she's outside playing with the dog by the pool. There's no parent out there. So I said to my friend, I said, can you get your daughter to come in? You know, because she's out there with the pool. And then this is what he said. He said, whatever her name is, she said, Art doesn't want you out in the backyard playing with his dog. And I was like, what the fuck did you just do to me? You just threw me under the bus.
Threw you under the bus, yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, there is like being their friend. Like parents now are so obsessed with being their kid's friend that they forget to be the parent. And this is what I told my daughter, and this is what I would tell those people or anybody else that would want to listen. I said, you have one relationship. I'm your parent. I'm your dad, right? I'm not your friend. You have friends. You have a bunch of friends. You'll have tons of friends. The unique aspect to my daughter and I, she's my daughter. I'm her father. That's it, right? I'm not her friend. Why would I want to be her friend? That's less than what I am. I'm her dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
and beyond that, Art, you know, friends come and go, and friends don't always have their friends' best interest in mind, because they are going to encourage them to do things that maybe they shouldn't do because it might be fun, or for whatever reason. The parent will love you more than anybody on earth, and they will always be thinking of what is best for you.
And they might say the tough things. They might say the tough things that you
Well,
don't.
that's the job of the parent, is to say the tough stuff. That's our job.
Yeah, to be a parent. Exactly. Not to be your friend, but to be your parent.
And the thing is, it's not that you can't, when they grow up, right? In their 20s, that's when you become friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at that point, you know, they're out of the house, they might be married, whatever.
Right.
They'll still come to you for advice, but then they come over, you're hanging out. It's totally a different thing, because it does change through time. But while you're raising them, you're the parent. Sometimes it's that saying we all heard from our parents, which was, this hurts me more than it hurts you.
Yeah.
You know,
it always hurt me more.
It did. It did. But
I'm calling bullshit on that phrase.
Well, you know,
but seriously, like my dad would say that, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, sure." But now, as a parent, when she was younger and stuff, and you know, say it was a punishment of like, "Look, you did this." The three of us, because you know, like we only have the one. You know, we'd be like, "All right, now the three of us aren't going to the movie this afternoon because of we told you this would happen. You did it. Now you're punished. We're not going. But it, you know, it also does hurt us. But that's where you just have to stick to it and go, it doesn't matter. It's not about, yeah, we want to go as well. It's like, nah, you broke the rules. We said this is the punishment and you got to stick by it.
Right. I had a parent make this argument with me, and they said, we want to be their friend. I said, why are you so obsessed with this friend thing? He said, because I want my kids to come to me if there's trouble or a problem. And I said, why wouldn't they come to you as a parent? It's like, and then they were like, because a friend is more like friendly, like it's more accessible to them. And I said, but it's not functional. Like if you're a good functional parent, they're going to come to you because they know you're going to be able to take care of the problem. You know what I mean? Like a cop. Like I don't have a relationship with a cop, but I trust that they're going to be able to have my back, or a fireman, you know, in a fire or something like that. Right. So I don't have a relationship with. I don't say they're my friend, but I still know that they're functional and they can get the job done. So I mean, there is a lot of this kind of nonsense, like I just want to be their friend. But like Andy said, just to clarify, once they get a certain age, yeah, you can become their friend.
Well, the other part of this parenting thing is the and I've heard many people talk about this, you know, in the recent years, is every generation wants to make their life for their kids better. And it's gotten to a point now where that means protecting them from everything, making sure that they're always happy no matter what, never letting them face problems and the consequences for those problems. Because it comes from a good spot, but it comes from a spot of ignorance. And now you see, that's why you see these kids that, you know, these transgender kids in high school competing against girls, because winning, getting a trophy is the most, my feelings are so important. I will do anything to satisfy my needs. It's like this giant,
right. It's so selfish. And again, and
right. And that's because they've been coddled their entire lives and never had to do
participation trophies. You know? You didn't win, but I got a trophy. Well, then
you know what? In the day,
nothing.
Yeah, but in the day, I got a participation trophy. But you know what I did with it? I threw it away because it wasn't a real trophy. And even as a kid, I knew it. I was like, we didn't win the game. We didn't win the championship.
Remember the Bad News Bears when he took the trophy? They got the little second place trophy. And he threw it at him.
Yeah.
Like, you take the trophy and shove it up your ass.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Well, like, you know, Nick Saban said what he goes, how do you be a great champion? I think it was Saban said that you've got to hate losing more than you enjoy winning.
Yeah.
And it's like if you've ever competed in sports or competed in anything and lost, even in the profession we're in, when someone else is constantly talking about how great this other artist is, and you're going, why isn't he talking about me like that? It's like, if you don't have that sort of pain, you don't experience the kind of pain of failure, how are you ever supposed to climb the mountain to succeed?
Well, I know. Look, Aaron, you host the show called The Graybeards. You've done it for over a year. Weekly, you have yet to win, but you keep climbing that mountain.
But see, those type of struggles build character in people. And
that's right.
I used to teach a class in comic art, and I said, look at you guys. When someone criticizes your work and tells you you suck, you have two choices. You can say, I'm going to prove that guy wrong because I know I can do it, or I'm going to give up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And you make that decision. But now it's like parents are making that decision for their kids. I don't want them to feel bad. I don't want my kid to cry. I don't want him to lose that basketball game because that really sucks when you lose. Yeah. And when you protect kids from that, they have no way to grow and be prepared to deal with real life. Look at this obese girl that just won Miss Alabama contest. Right?
Oh yeah.
She's so happy she won, and she's oblivious to the fact that the only reason she won is because she is obese. That's the only reason she won. And if that's like someone, you play a game with somebody and they let you win, nothing pisses me off more than that. I would rather lose 100 times in a row than have someone say, "Oh, I let you win."
Yeah, because they're patronizing you. It's a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, and they don't even recognize that that's happening to them because all they care about is, I got the trophy.
Yeah. And little Johnny is constantly being coddled and being told how wonderful he is when he should be told, hey, you're a shit. You know, until you learn some things, you're just a little shit right now.
Yeah.
You know, start listening to what we say, respect your parents, respect your teachers, you know, and grow, learn how to lose so that you can win the next time, and just keep trying, you know. But they're so coddled and they're so entitled. These kids are so entitled. They have everything at their fingertips. The world is at their fingertips, literally, with this thing in their hands all the time.
Yes.
And, you know, so they're becoming these keyboard warriors and these big mouths so that they can have the social presence, but they haven't learned when you say that to a man in real life, you have an opportunity of getting your teeth knocked out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Dude, look at all these social the social influencers that, you know, they say social influencers does this and it goes terribly wrong. Like this kid was in a gym and he took this guy was just he was a huge monster of a guy, huge guy. Just walked up to him and took his hat off of him to get a reaction. And the guy slapped him in the face and took his hat back. And the guy's like, oh, you know, and it's like, that's what happens in reality when you mess with people.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? There's types of guys, right? And you can kind of figure them out, you know, you hang out with them and then you realize that this guy's probably never been into a fight or a real altercation in his life. I had a roommate and he was accusing me of not cleaning up the kitchen and doing the dishes. And I was like, really? Really? This guy was also like very meticulous. He would write down chores that we had to do and all that stuff. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'll clean up when we have to. So we're roommates, right? So then I was like, I dragged him into the kitchen. I said, see all those dishes in that sink? I said, how many of those are mine? And he's like, I go, there's a cup in there. That's it. I go, because I own a cup. I own a spoon, I own a fork, I own a knife, and I own a plate, and I own a pan. That's all I own. All this other stuff, that's you. And so as I'm talking to him, I'm kind of raising my voice. And so I notice he's backing away. You know what I mean? And he's actually scared. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, there's no need for this.
No need for violence, Art.
Right. I go, but the thing is, you accused me of something, and I said, I'm defending myself. I said, if you never accused me and called me out, I said, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I said, you created this. He's like, there's no need for this.
Don't violent on me, Art.
The comic book business is filled with these type of passive aggressives, you know. So I'm gonna read your story, Billy, and this is gonna lift you up. Okay.
Raise his spirits.
Bring you out of your funk. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a story being told by Lou Cameron, who was an artist back in the 1950s. Okay. He was a World War II vet. And he's talking about in this article about what it was like, you know, trying to get work in the 1950s when, you know, a lot of shit was down, right?
Especially after 54. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's talking about this guy. There's another guy named Mario Rizzi. Okay. And so the author wants to know about Mario Rizzi. So Lou says, Mario was an interesting guy. He was in a bar called the Guardsman down on the 23rd, down by the 23rd Armory. The armory's been torn down since then. Everything's been torn down. Anyhow, he was with Jim McLaughlin, who won the Silver Star on Guadalcanal, and Ken Rice, who was in that submarine that went into Tokyo Bay. You ever see Destination Tokyo movie?
Yeah.
Well, he was on that submarine. So these three veterans were comic book artists, well-dressed and talking about art. And the Guardsman was inhabited by National Guardsmen who were brushing their teeth with Brillo and refighting World War II. And for some reason, someone took offense to these poor guys. They told Jim McLaughlin, "You don't belong in here." And that goes for the Dapper Dan Guinea at the end of the bar. Mario said, "Oh, were you speaking to me?" And the guy winds up out on Park Avenue because Mario put him through the glass door. The three of them proceeded to demolish the place. They didn't belong there. Okay, we'll wreck it.
Wow.
These are comic book artists in the 1950s who've been pounding the pavement looking for work. They go into a bar, real veterans, you know, who saw combat. and these guardsmen who didn't see shit, started talking it up. Yeah. And these guys just didn't, they just fucking threw him right through the door, right out in the Fifth Avenue.
Well, that's even like me. Like when I could have now. What if this is 30 years ago? I was at San Diego, 31 years ago, trying to get a job. Right? Yeah. I got denied by everybody. I got rejected by everyone. Do you think if it was today, I could have been on my phone and what was me on Twitter, on Instagram?
Oh yeah, you could have been hashtag at Marvel, turn me down.
Yeah. Hashtag mullet hate.
Yeah. Hashtag comics broke me.
Here I am, everybody. Here I am in San Diego. And see that guy back there? He looked at my portfolio and he says I suck and I'm good.
Yeah, and you're great. You're so good. Then all the validation. Maybe I should just throw myself into fucking off an aircraft carrier over the
And then, but this is what happens though. That guy who gave you the portfolio review is going to get mob bashed being a bad guy. Yeah. And people are going to witness that and go, "Oh, don't give portfolio reviews."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then
don't give portfolio. Don't give your honest opinion, guys.
Yeah.
Hence social currency.
Yeah, well, I can tell you. So then, to attest what Ron was saying earlier, when I got on that plane ride home, I'm like, all right, shit. Well, they didn't like my stuff. I'm like, you know what? I like my stuff. I know I need room to improve. I took their pointers, stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? But instead of going back next year to work for them, I'm doing my own fucking book. I see these other stuff. Why don't I do my own book and own everything? Why do I have to work for them? And that's what I did. And then that was in August of 1993, and come March of '94, number one came out. Because you pull yourself up for your bootstraps. That's how I was raised. I mean, what do you think this guy would have done, Andy?
This soy boy, honestly, guys, this is where a lot of it started, is with old pajama boy here.
What do you mean?
Going, wear pajamas, drink hot chocolate, talk about getting health insurance. It's like,
BarackObama.com. Obama did this. This is when he's fucking president. It's like
this is taxpayer dollars. This is taxpayer dollars at work right here.
There you go.
It. Hashtag get talking.
Look at him. You
see this?
Hashtag I want my money back.
Hold on, you see this, and then you see stuff like this. Current day. And you're just like
Photoshop dudes' heads.
No, this is real. I can't remember the name of this guy on the left, but he showed up at an award show like that.
Billy something.
Oh yeah, Billy. Yeah, it's not Eichner.
No, it's Billy something, and then that kid was from One Direction.
It's Harry Styles. Yeah, also Harry Styles.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
And that was Vogue magazine, and it's like, what?
Dude.
If Vogue magazine, and I don't know if Vogue magazine came to him with the idea or if it was his idea, but if it was me and they came to me with this idea, I'd be like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, exactly. No,
how am I supposed to fight in this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even throw any.
It's just this humiliation and this this data-ness about it. I remember even they had the what's it called, Comic-Con, Pittsburgh Comic-Con. And they had a big party and stuff, and there was a pie eating contest.
Okay.
So they wanted us to clasp our hands behind us and stick our face into whipped cream pie and eat it and see who could finish it the fastest. So there's a couple other comic creators, and they asked me to be on. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking be on. What are you, out of your mind? So they asked me to do it, and I tripped, and all of a sudden I knocked the whole table over.
I'd be like, you better give me a real pie. None of this whipped cream bullshit. Make that blueberry.
What is this garbage? I mean, how dare they?
But it does. It goes back to, with like the 20 somethings today. You go back 10 years, 11 years, and you have this whole thing of no, that's toxic masculinity and oh no, don't say boys will be boys. It's like, no, but boys will be boys. They are different from girls. Mm-hmm. You treat them differently. Boys are more aggressive. They have that energy. They need to get it out. Remember when we were growing up, you'd say something like, oh, look Look at little Johnny. He runs like a girl. You can't say that now. But here's the thing. When my daughter runs, she runs like a girl. She does.
Yeah.
And I said that to her, and she's like, you can't say that. And I'm like, but you do.
You are.
And you are.
Yeah,
You are.
Yeah.
I taught her how to throw a football. Yeah. Oh.
Look at this.
Oh man, that's horrible.
What is this?
Hollywood, baby.
Torture tech bros take on.
And these guys are fine with this. Look at this, sticking their fucking hands in each other's pockets with their fucking dicks pressed up against the other guy's.
That's one step away from the human centipede with these guys.
I'm just tired.
Those are all actors.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're not gay guys. They're straight guys trying to be something they're not. It's so
women.
pandering. It's like it's being friend zoned. You know what I mean? That's why these guys can't meet a girl.
The problem is I think they believe like they're doing some kind of greater good, right? They're redefining like the future. Like this is what a modern day man should be, you know, and all this other stuff. And it's just like, well, no.
Yeah, but a modern man like this is you know, they've been putting estrogen in our water supplies for decades.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna circle back around to Graham and his saying how he didn't see the iPhone being related to this softening of men, and why I feel like I need to reiterate that it is. I had this thought the other day about if today, right now, if any one of the six of us was just woke up blindfolded, no wallet, no phone, no money, just shoes and the clothes on your back, in the middle of a fucking city, you don't know where you are, how quickly could you get home? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and you say that to a 20-year-old, or let's say a fucking 25-year-old who's had an iPhone almost their entire life. Okay, you say that to someone who's got a digital wallet, who's used to texting, who's used to all these conveniences in their pocket. When I say the iPhone stuff is related, look how dependent someone becomes upon their phone as their wallet, their way to reach out to the world, the way to pay, you know, to do anything. How dependent they are. You soften a man. The man of my grandpa's generation does not exist. It's a dying thing. You soften that person. You make them reliant and dependent on something. AI is just another way to soften a person. Hey, I'll just let that. This goes breezy easy. When
you're not self-reliant.
When it comes to fight back, you got a bunch of old us's and a bunch of mushy them.
Well, you're less self-sufficient and self-reliant for sure. I mean, you know, growing up without cell phones or access to phones, you know, your car breaks down on the freeway. You know, you walk a mile to a call phone or whatever.
We know how to do it.
Yeah, and then most of the time it didn't work. So then you walk another mile to the next one, and then maybe that one would work. I remember being stranded in LA, and I walked 3 miles and still didn't have a phone that worked. So I ended up going into, you know, LA County, just bad neighborhood in Compton, and knocking on a door and asking if I could use their phone. So I could call a friend to come pick me up. And then he had to bum his mom's van to come pick me up, you know, because we didn't even have cars of our own.
We got it done though.
Oh yeah. And it was getting late. It was getting dark, and I was like in a neighborhood I didn't know, you know. I mean, so you just do what you have to do, but it's kind of the adventure of life, you know. It's like you remember those situations, and you kind of come out on the other side and you're like, holy shit, man, there was so much potential for me not to come home alive, you know.
How many young men driving around can change a tire?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're talking about you're young men.
I can't anymore, but I used to be able to.
Now I call
You still can.
My car's under warranty. I said,
we've changed tires. I'm guilty of that. I haven't taught myself.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think all of us have done that stuff. We've all changed tires. I mean, if I got a flat now, I'd call AAA. Unless I was in a big rush where it's like, no, I got to change it.
My
I don't
back
have
is
time to
too
wait.
valuable, Andy, anymore.
That's right.
I know.
That's right.
On my truck, you have to go underneath it. You have to drop the tire underneath it, and then you got to get under it and drag it out. You know, it's like doing that.
Or
Especially if
troubleshooting
always
your car.
have nice clothes on. You know?
Well,
Yeah,
we
or
worked hard to
troubleshooting
be
your
able
car
to
when it
afford
breaks
roadside assistant insurance. So
That's right.
Yeah,
That's working smart.
that's right. When you're driving around pieces of shits like Andy had our first cars, you know.
Oh yeah,
that's
all our
right.
first cars. You know?
I fixed my brakes. I was able to put brake lines in my brother-in-law and I.
Yeah.
You know, the Ace Hardware, the big wire.
Well, there was so
I
much
put a
room
starter in my old truck.
There was so much room under the hood back then. You could have a party in there. You know? Now you can't even access anything. There's so much.
Well, no,
junk
we took
everywhere.
motors out in our driveway when I was growing up. Full motor. We'd go and rent the motor lift, and then because it was easy. You know, you got down there and you just undid a few bolts that held the motor down, and then besides that, just some hoses and stuff. You just hooked up some chains and jacked that fucker out.
My brother did that with our swing set in the back. It destroyed the whole swing set. They took the swing.
To hold an engine block.
It went like this.
Chain around it.
You know that.
You know what I did? I had a straight 4 and I put a V6 in, and it fit like Aaron was saying, like there's a lot of room there. So I was like, I could put a V6 in this thing, right? And so I thought I was like, yeah, I could do this. And so I had to customize the motor mounts and everything, right? I fired that sucker up, broke the motor mount.
Oh, shit.
Too much torque, baby.
The car was not designed for that kind of power.
That's great.
Yeah, the character Impulse. He's like the kid version of Flash.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Harrison about that. We took a little walk after dinner, and I was saying to him, one of my favorite issues was one where Impulse had done his homework really fast, and the grandfather character, I don't know if his grandpa or his uncle, his dad, whoever, says you need to do that, normal speed, and he said, don't you understand? Like normal speed is slow motion for me. And I think about that for our kids, like some of what they go through. Like we've talked about this on other shows before, but our generation up to a certain point know what it's like to wait. We know what it's like when you mail away for something or order something, and that it's going to take 2 months.
Dude, we know what it's like to sit in the back of a car when we were kids and drive just 20 minutes to the store and have nothing to do. Except sit there.
Right. Yeah. Or car trips with just a coloring book,
with the window rolled up and your parents smoking.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. But I wonder for these kids if some of the things that we're talking about, like the morality, good manners. Hello, son. Good manners, relationships, things like that actually take time, skill building. Those things, they got to feel extra slow for them. So they're looking, I read this thing that the biggest thing isn't addiction, it's distraction. Distraction isn't the end goal for these companies. It's distraction. Addiction is a piece of it, but distraction is the bigger piece.
Right. It keeps you from thinking.
That's right.
On control. That's what it is. And again, the people that can get away with stuff too, though, is that the fragmentation and all. I don't know if you guys saw this, and this is something that just really irked the hell out of me. It's on Twitter. Let me see if I can make it bigger. This is in a neighborhood, in a Jewish neighborhood in Canada. I think outside of Toronto.
You're a baby killer? You're a baby killer?
You got
I saw this.
These masked people walking through a Jewish neighborhood in Canada, threatening the people in the neighborhood who live there.
Why?
Because they're baby.
Because they're Jewish.
They're Jewish. And so you talk about Nazism, fascism. This is what you have. That it's okay. They would call those, oh my God, you voted for Donald Trump, you're Nazi. No, these are the ones, and they're not even trying to deny the fact that they're anti-Semitic or that they're not.
That we're on your street? Is that what you're recording? Thank you for
You're a baby killer?
genocide.
You're a baby killer?
Thank
You support genocide. You're going to be called out on it every
That's
time.
when every man in the house should come out with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Walk out on the front porch with a baseball bat. You call everybody, all your buddies up, say, hey, get out
Killing babies, that's what you like. You like killing
Come and
babies?
take our home.
Thank
You
you.
come and take our. They just don't shut the
Thank
fuck up.
you. It's not even history. Thank you for coming out. God bless you.
Yeah, God bless
Thank
you,
you.
man. I hope you fucking bless you.
You're a dirty
You
Zionist rat.
fucking need all the blessing you need. Holy shit.
Thank you. Dirty Zionist rat. That's what you are. Thank you. Fucking happy about killing babies, right? Thank you. Happy about killing babies.
What is a Zionist?
A Zionist is someone who believes that Israel has the right to exist. That's what a Zionist is.
Well, doesn't everybody have a right to exist?
No, not according to these people.
Oh,
not
Look at that dog. That dog's like, what is this shit?
It's disrupting everybody. You gotta work hard.
Hey,
the epic amount of ignorance in one place is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have
Hey,
to
brave
say,
guy, take your mask off.
Oh yeah, that's
my son just wanted to give a big thumbs up to Ellie the Skibbity Rizzler because his name is super duper on point. Skibbity Rizzler. Excellent.
What's up, Ellie? It's just, but they get away with it. The press is turning a blind eye to this anti-Semitism and overall hate and threats. What they're doing to these people.
I'll tell you, like I have zero tolerance for it. Like I remember my neighbor. It was dark and had like this nice lighting on his in his yard and stuff like that. So these just these thugs just being idiot guys, and they were just kicking the stuff and breaking it. And I saw it from my studio window. I ran downstairs into the garage. I have a sledgehammer. It wasn't one of like super heavy. It was something you could swing pretty easily.
Nice.
And I ran across the street just screaming my lungs out and swinging that thing at him. And I swung at one of those guys. I didn't hit him. And they took off. They took off because of chicken shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're not ready for that. So like you guys said, like go out there with the bat and say, listen, there's no tolerance for this. You guys gonna spew this kind of hate. You get out of my neighborhood. You go to the next neighborhood or whatever. I don't give a shit, but you're not doing it here. You know what I mean? Like you want to protest your stupidity, then you get the hell out of here. And then before you do that, call the cops so you get some kind of backup. You're going to be outnumbered.
Well, yeah. Well, the problem is even if you go out and beat the crap out of these guys, then you're sitting in a courtroom getting sued. You know what I mean? So it's like the cops won't do their job, but then if you do it for them, then you're the one that ends up in
guys.
jail.
We live in a world.
That's the sad part.
We live in a world that no matter your action or intent, it will be painted the way they want to paint it.
Yep.
Period.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you know what? I didn't care then, and I still don't care. Like right is right, and wrong is wrong. I don't really care. So I'll pay the price. Protecting the neighborhood, protecting my neighbor. To me that's what it's all about. I would hope that somebody in my neighborhood would reciprocate that. If I was ever in trouble or my family or whatever. So that's the way I am. Like I always make sure I'm friends with all my neighbors and stuff like that. Just as because if anything ever happens, those are your first line of defense. Those your neighbors are right there.
Who's the girl that does the AI videos, Andy? She did the AI video for you.
Bella Winters.
Bella Winters. I want to see her take Art Thibert and put his head on Peter Gabriel's sledgehammer video.
I don't know. I think it sounded like R.T. Bear putting on Michael Douglas's head and falling down.
Oh, and falling down.
Yeah.
I want a burger that looks like that picture.
When I was a kid, I had that haircut too. Yeah.
Well,
what do they call them? Flat tops? Yeah.
Flat top.
I was talking to Deborah today, and we this morning watching the news, and I feel that there is a major shift going on though in the world, in the West at least.
Yeah.
You see what happened in France, right? You see the EU, the European election.
The EU,
happened in Argentina, in Italy. that, look at, Trudeau's in deep, deep shit down in Canada. There is a shift, and people are no longer terrified to say if they're voting for Donald Trump 8 years ago, you didn't tell people you did. If you told people you did, if you posted, I'm voting for Trump, or like Mitch Breitweiser did, congratulations, President Trump, and did the illustration of Trump, that was it for him. He was done. He was destroyed. But I think there's a major shift now, because now you have 50 Cent. You have a lot of celebrities coming out saying, yeah, I'm not going to do what I did last time. I'm not going to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about the election. Mm-hmm. And I think it's safe to say in our industry, and I think generally in the mainstream entertainment industry, if your friends don't want to talk to you about politics, and you talk about them all the time, say, they're voting for the other guy. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I told one of our friends, who's a big lefty, big liberal guy, and I'm like, all your friends that don't talk politics to you, when you bring this up, they're all voting for Trump. Because they'll tell me. But I want you to share this. If you guys have seen, I don't know if you guys look at 538, and let me share that. Are you guys familiar with 538?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you look at the polls, here's the national polls of the 2024 election. This is June 8th. You have Donald Trump up by 1 nationally. Now, according to the polls, the last time Biden beat Trump, I think, by 4 percentage points, right? So you can give Trump 4 percentage points on top of this. And if you go back to 2020, and today's June 11th, if you go to June 11th, 2020, here we go. Whoop.
Oh, that's a huge, huge gap.
Biden was up 7.6.
Yeah.
So you look at this. This is a cataclysmic shift in the national polls, because people are tired of this shit. I just wonder if they overstep their bounds, that they're no longer afraid of hiding it. This leftist agenda, this communist type of agenda, this control, that these people are willing to be subjugated to the whims of a faceless government.
Well, also, Billy, they can't deny it anymore. Every time somebody spends $1, they realize that they're spending 30, 40%, at least 20% more than they did, a couple years prior. Mm-hmm. So that stuff's undeniable. The president can say, well, it's because of this, that, or the other. I heard somebody defend it. Biden supporters defended it, saying, well, you know what? Our economy is better right now than China's. It's like, I don't give a shit.
I don't care about that.
I don't live in China. I live in America. So I care what my economy is doing. And I don't like the fact that I'm spending, 30% more, 40% more for just survival stuff, gasoline, power, food, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Well, look at that number in California. In April, it went to the $20 an hour minimum wage for fast food. And I heard today that they've lost like 10,000 jobs now because of that.
Oh, and
the higher
In-N-Out raised their prices again after 2 months.
And I heard that McDonald's as a corporation has threatened, it might be a bluff, but they've threatened to leave Southern California. So you lose a corporation like that, that is big time. So I don't think it'll ever happen. I think that what's his name, Gavin Newsom, will probably play ball with a couple threats like that. But it was a dumb move. Everybody knew it was a dumb move. They did it anyways for agenda, for virtue signal points, and you get what you get, man. That's why I don't live there anymore.
Yeah, well, everyone's leaving. You can't even rent a U-Haul if you're going out of state. There's no one's bringing them back.
Yeah.
And Gavin Newsom taxes you. If you sell your property to move into another state, they tax you on that.
Yeah.
They tax like a moving tax or something.
Wow.
They stick you on the way out.
Wow. Well, I got curious. Fraga, I don't know about you what you see here. Again, I just want to talk about this because this is what I've been kind of doing today.
Are you doing the Georgia numbers?
Yeah. I mean, look at Georgia's numbers. So here's Georgia. You got Trump up over 5
by 6,
right?
Yeah.
today. If you go to the 2020 election, Biden won it by 1.2 percentage points.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to, you know, back to June, again, if you look at, where are we, June 12th, it's even. Okay, it was even. So this was an incredibly close race. Trump's got this state now handily. You know, he's
girlfriend.
You know, he's way over the margin of error.
Yeah.
And
almost 6 points.
Yeah, and if you look at some of the other states that he lost, because you know Biden won Georgia. So if you go to I don't know, what's some of these other swing states? You got
go North Carolina.
North Carolina. Let's see North Carolina. Yeah, because Biden won North Carolina. Trump, look at this. Here's today. Wait, whoop. Here we go. Trump is up 6.3% in North Carolina. Again,
yep.
All the polls had Trump did 4 percentage points better than he did than all the polling. So this is quite possibly he could win this state by 10 points right now.
Do Michigan.
I'll do Michigan. Yep. But if you look at 2020, Biden won that state.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, if you go to
allegedly.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. You go to June 12th, Biden was up by 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You go to what state did you say, Graham?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, they're saying this is all coming down to Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, or Ohio.
Michigan, 2020, Joseph R. Biden Jr. won the state by almost 8 points.
Wow.
In 2020. Here's 2024. Trump is up.
Wow. That's a huge deficit. 8 points?
He made ground in 8 percentage points in a traditionally Rust Belt, you know, Detroit is in Ann Arbor are big, is a blue state.
Yeah.
And look at this. And he's
Michigan's like New York. You know, you take Detroit out of it, it's pretty much a red state.
Yeah.
You take New York City out, and you know, New York State will go red.
Yeah, if you go county by county of all these states, they're all red except for the population areas. You look at Pennsylvania. Did I do Pennsylvania?
No,
not yet.
All right, let's do Pennsylvania, right? 2020. Here we go. Biden won by almost 5 percentage points in Pennsylvania. Here in 2020 today, Trump is up by 0.3. Again, thinking back with the way it was last year, Biden was given 4 percentage points even more. Because let's go to Pennsylvania in 2020, how it was trending. Let's just say this state, or even here, it's look at it. So it's trending here. Look, here's a trend. October 11th, you get close to the polls, right? Look how much higher Biden was polling as opposed to what actually happened in the election. So there is, I think that there was a high watermark reached. I mean, Wisconsin, let's see Wisconsin. Look at this. So we go to the election. Biden won Wisconsin by almost 9 points.
What's Wisconsin now?
We go to Wisconsin today. Trump is up.
Wow.
By 0.8. Okay. How about Arizona? That was another one.
Yeah, Arizona. Yeah, Biden won Arizona. Let's see Arizona. Okay, I'd rather go to 2020 first. Biden won Arizona by 3.2 percentage points.
Right.
Right. And now you remember there's a mass migration from California to Arizona and to Colorado, right? You look at today and Nevada. Well, let's check Nevada too. Trump is up by 4.2 percentage points.
Crazy.
It's showing that people, because the president had the track record now. He had both.
Yeah, well, and that's just it. They're able to really A/B test it and go, this is what one guy did. This is what the other guy's doing. What would you rather have? Yeah.
And
you know,
I don't know
the
if we've ever been in a situation like this where we have like two presidents that we know, you know, they have a track record.
Right.
So it's not like get to know Donald Trump or get to know Joe Biden. Like, we know them. You know, they both have done 4 years in the White House. So it really is coming down to who's the better president, because they got a track record. You know what I mean?
I would argue that Biden had the track record. The 40 years he spent in the Senate gave him a very clear track record, and it was always bad and always wrong. But it was the pandemic that and the hatred through the media, the spewing stuff constantly about Donald Trump, that brought him down, and ballot stuffing that brought him down.
And they,
totally.
they assaulted him again, saying that they don't want to cover this because there's no legitimacy behind it or no proof. When they ran with that fake Russia story for 3 years,
right?
There was no proof. So look at here. So what I was showing you guys from 2024, I'm sorry, from 2020, was the polling on election day, right? So Biden will go to that, but look what how much Biden beat Trump in Arizona. Biden beat Donald Trump by 11,000 votes.
Yeah, but look at the electoral votes, right?
We are. You win a state, you get this state's electoral votes. So I think Arizona has 10 electoral votes. But look at 11 electoral votes right here.
Right.
But you see, he only won this entire state of 3.5 million people. What is that? What is 16? Is that what is that? Is that 4.2 million people voted, and Joe Biden won by 11,000 votes. But
1,000 votes.
No, it's 11. Look, 72 and 61. See, 72
Yeah,
11,000. But you go now, stops the screen, and I want to go to, I'm going to share this screen now. I want to, so let's go to here. I apologize. Here's the 2020 election. On election day, Joe Biden was trending at 5.3%. His polling, he was up 5.3% in the polls. When he won it by less than, 0 percentage points of 4 million votes, he only won it by 11,000 votes. Now we go. So again, Donald Trump is consistently it's consistently polling 4 percentage points or more than what he actually ended with the vote, right? Because a lot of votes are skewed towards Democrats. Here's 2024 in Nevada, Trump's
especially the mail-in ones.
Yeah. Exactly. But look, Trump's up by 5. So could Donald Trump realistically be up by 11 points? He could be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, in about 2 weeks when that debate happens, let's see what happens. What those numbers do then.
After that debate, I don't think Joe Biden will be on the ticket any longer.
I mean, let's be honest, guys. I mean, and for you out there in the chat and watching on the book face and on the Twitter and all that, can you really look at this man, Joe Biden, as you saw him in Normandy? You've seen him for the past 2-3 years. Do you really think that there's nothing wrong with this guy, or are you so ideologically entrenched in one side that you just see him as a figurehead because you want the puppet masters who are pulling his strings? Is this a healthy, cognitive man?
Well, did you see him at the Juneteenth thing?
Oh,
where
my he was stiff as. Go to YouTube and pull that up.
Yeah, they're playing. Yeah, everybody's like moving and dancing, and he's sitting there like this.
He looks.
He looks like
he looks like a cardboard cutout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Juan Williams says, when they're saying, "Don't you think he's got a problem?" Juan Williams says, "What I saw was a white man, with all these black people, that were dancing around him." Oh, is that how you see it?
Is that how you see it?
You see a white man who can't move at all, who's not even, nodding his head or
Kamala's husband was moving just fine.
Well, you know what's scarier than that is that, okay, so Biden is this. I think anybody who's being completely honest will agree with he's not with it. But then the next question should be, well, then who is making these decisions? You know what I mean? Who is acting as president? Who's that person? Because it's clearly not Joe Biden.
It's Obama.
Yeah.
It's Obama and his handlers.
Well, that then, if that's the conclusion, right? That's the natural conclusion. Then that is a scary, scary idea, because then you're not even voting in a president. You're voting in like a puppet,
that's
use
exactly that's exactly what you're doing. So let's look at this state. Let's look at the home state of me and Graham Spankin' Nolan, right?
Yeah, we're both in
New York State, right? See this right here? That's where I fucking live.
Oh, I'm in blue. I'm all the way over on the left.
Is that you there?
Yeah, that's me. Erie County.
Oh, jeez. Good luck to you, bro. But look, so you have Joe Biden won this state by almost 2 million votes. 60% of the vote, almost 61% of the vote he garnered, right? This is 2020 election. Let's go to today, to the polling, and then we'll check out the polling as well. So let's go to presidential election. Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry, fellas. Share the screen.
Bro, we really went off topic today.
I know. I don't care. I'm okay. Let's go to New York, right? Here's New York State. Okay, 2020. Okay, Biden was up by 29 percentage points.
29. Oh my God.
Yeah, he won the state by.
That's crazy.
He won it by 60-40. So he won it. Say it was 60-40. He won it by. So what is that?
70-30 almost. Look at that.
So this is the polling. So he almost won it by 70-30. He won it by 60-40.
Where
right?
was he in June? Where was he in June?
Oh, New York in June. Jeez.
Yeah.
12. He's up 25 points.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is 2020.
Right. Let's see today.
In 2024. If you look, let's see if I can do the.
I like the graphics.
I like the graphics too, but the state hasn't done it. There's sometimes it's a little
they spend money and everything else.
Yeah, there's a thing that says survey, but if you look, 55-45, he's up by 10. Biden's up by 7 only. Biden's up by 9. Slingshot strategies, Biden's up 19. I don't know what slingshot strategies is.
Probably some leftist organization.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah. So you look at it, you look at today that in a state like New York, that Joe Biden is about 10 points up on Donald Trump or less compared to being 30 points up 4 years ago.
That's a lot of electoral votes, though, dude. 29.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's
New York, but New York is a cinch. I mean, that's not going anywhere. That one's going to go to Biden. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, again, if you look at New York State,
and it's California.
Yeah. And so that's basically it. So my thing is, I know we're getting off, but I think a lot of this shit that happened, Dylan Mulvaney celebrating girlhood. You're not a girl, okay?
Yeah.
If you want, maybe you're a woman, okay? Maybe you want to, but this dude acts like a fucking 6-year-old girl. This, you know what I mean? All this stuff with Riley Gaines, and Riley Gaines is she's a beast, man.
Yeah.
Defending women in sports that you have. That like, as Aaron was saying, they're okay with these school records and college records being broken by biological men.
Yeah.
I mean,
loser men who couldn't compete against other men.
Right.
I know. Can you imagine in high school, back when we were in high school, if some dude said, I'm going to pretend I'm a girl so I can go win a trophy? Every guy would have beat the crap out of him in that high school. Every single one. He would have been the most shamed and humiliated person in the city if somebody tried that. Now
didn't they
like
make a movie like that
called
Ladybugs or some shit?
No, it was wasn't She's All That?
No, that was totally different, man. She's All That was Paul Walker and Freddie Prinze Jr. and
there was one where the chick said she was a boy and played soccer and stuff.
No, that was
the movie.
Amanda
She had to lift
Bynes.
her shirt up to prove
That
to
was
the
Amanda
dude.
Bynes, and then there was one called Ladybugs, which had a boy pretending to be a girl.
Is that Zac Efron?
No, it was that Jonathan. What's his face?
Well, if you look at the
Australian trans rugby player
finally banned it. I mean, look at this. Are you fucking serious? This poor guy.
Holy shit, that dude's huge.
Yeah, I mean, look at this one. Oh yeah, good luck to them. Look at this guy.
Fuck that.
I mean, you gotta be kidding me.
Look at that. It looks like the Hulk.
Yeah, look at this one. Fucking kidding me.
She's got no chance of pulling him down.
That's Rick Jones.
Yeah, and how these women are not trying to defend, I don't get it. It's who's doing this though too are the same people that they're the ones that never had kids, right? And we have friends like that. They've never had kids, and I asked, "What? Don't you guys have kids? Kids? I'm not adult enough to have kids." But they'll be the first one to tell you, Andy, what your kid should be learning in school.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
All right,
They
you ready for
have
my
no girl
big conspiracy theory that I actually think makes sense?
Go ahead.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah.
If you look at what's going on right now, right? What are they promoting?
Full
They're
screen him,
promoting.
Billy.
Yeah.
No. They're promoting obesity, right? What does obesity lead to? Early death. They're promoting transgenderism. What does that lead to? Not having any children, no reproduction. They promote abortion. What does that lead to? Genocide. Again, no reproduction. So why are they doing this? Because they want to get the population down. Why? Because they're all climate activist cults members. And they are convinced that the world is going to end if we don't do something about the population. And this is the strategy. How about that?
And those that are left have to eat bug protein.
Exactly.
You got to kill the cows too.
But if you think about it, everything that's being promoted socially leads to non-reproduction. And
the Jordan Guide stuff.
Estrogen in the water, and the kids that are growing up eating all these processed foods, you know, they're saying increase estrogen in boys.
Nice.
Well played.
That's Aaron's way
Well
of saying,
played.
"Get me off full screen."
Yeah, that's what you're
Hang
doing.
on, I'm looking up New Jersey now.
Did you? So who?
Did you just
I
say
can't
who?
remember who said it, but somebody said Brittany Griner. You know, the WNBA chick that traded from Russia or whatever because she's an idiot, is a man.
Well, okay,
I heard her talk in an interview on a podcast, so no visuals, just heard her voice, and I was like, "That's not a guy." Holy crap!
Well, she
I
is
don't sound that manly.
I'm going to show you this.
She's a lesbian.
You let me know. Yeah, okay. She's a lesbian. Okay. Here's Brittany Griner, right? Playing basketball at a friend's house.
Oh, don't show this. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I want to see it now because Aaron's
you
uncomfortable.
See this. You're going to see
I know the video. I know the video.
I don't know.
You don't know the video? Okay, let's show it right now.
I had somebody.
Wait, is this the one Arteroy's talking about? Where she's talking?
It's Brittany Griner playing basketball at a friend's house in Arizona.
What?
There's something missing.
Did she have him cut off? Maybe.
Cut off? No, that's Storm. That's a fucking dude, man. Come on, man. And if you listen to her talk,
well,
oh my God, that is just the
let me
craziest.
say this: if she actually was a dude, which I don't think she is, but if she was a dude, she's the worst male basketball player in the history of mankind. She can't even dominate the WNBA.
True that.
No. Hey, but she's on the Olympic team. Damn it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Caitlin Clark's not.
No. So, and again, if you hear this person speak, you know, whatever. No.
Well, you know what? I was raised, my dad taught me is like, you don't hit a woman. You don't mess around like physically. You don't push her. You don't wrestle. You don't wrestle. You don't do any of those things because they are a weaker sex. I don't mean that they're weaker as far as personalities or character or anything like that, but physically they're weaker, you know? And like, what are these parents, what are these dads teaching these guys that are going into female sports and competing? Like there's a character there. There's something wrong with the personality to think like that this is okay. Like I clearly don't understand it because I always hear my dad's voice. It's like, you know, when I watch this stuff and I'm thinking, how is this even possible? Like, how are these kids
where's the
raised?
parents?
Yeah, where are their parents?
They want their kid. It was like we talked about earlier. They want their kids to be happy, and no matter what kids choose
Whatever
to
it
do, they
takes.
support them.
Win at any cost.
No, you can't do that. And here's why.
They should remake that show League of Their Own and have like a trans guy come in and
just start breaking home runs and
yeah, but you know it's funny. Like, remember the show Bosom Buddies? Remember Bosom Buddies from the 80s?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
You can never show that now.
Or
Dude, you
Soul
know-
Man or Tootsie.
Tom Hanks was
Oh,
in
yeah.
young Tom Hanks was in an episode of Happy Days. He was like some karate expert that was fighting the fawns. I came across it by accident on YouTube and I couldn't believe it. Tom Hanks, man.
I never saw
Thank
it.
you,
I mean, I
Wizard.
must have seen it, but I just don't remember it. Wow.
Yeah.
What a brilliant actor, because you actually suspend disbelief thinking he could kick the ass of the Fawns, man.
No one can kick
Right.
Fonz's
No one
ass,
can kick the
dude.
Fawn. Even Mork, he beat Mork with his coolness. Hang on, we got a super chat here. Aaron Sleeper, my friend. Well, that was lame. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. The trial only helps Trump, especially with black men. Bro, Trump's a victim of the man. He's got street cred now. Andy, can you read that? Trump's a victim of the man. He's got street cred now. Can you read
Hold
that?
on, let me see. Trump's a victim of the man.
Bro,
He's got
you gotta
street
have
cred now, yo. The trial only helps Trump, especially with the black man, bro. Trump's a victim of the man. He's got street cred now. Shit.
Street cred. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know that the sentence, and I had mentioned this before on the Kings, I think, that the New York judge did enact a sentencing for Trump for being a convicted felon, and his sentence is that he's going to have to serve 4 more years of public service.
That's right.
Commencing January 13th.
Well, I think election day is a Tuesday, so someone's got the Brofessionals.
Dude, it's my birthday, November 5th.
Whoa.
November 5th, that's right.
Look
I
out.
know what I want for my birthday.
Yeah. Let's all give Andy the present he wants, everybody.
Yeah, everybody out there, please give Andy. It's free.
That's right.
It's free.
Yeah.
That's right.
All he wants is a vote for Trumpy.
That's it.
That's right.
Man.
You know what I say? Vote once, vote twice, vote often.
That's right. Anyway,
If
guys,
you're in a
so,
state where they don't care if you show your ID.
And let all your dead relatives know, too.
That's right.
Yes, for God's sakes, yes.
Vote early and often.
Hey guys, you guys got some campaigns you want to share, Holmes?
Well, sure.
How was that segue? I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Because I'm just trying, man.
Wait, I'm gonna go to Jersey. I'm going to Jersey first. I don't care. I don't freaking care.
You gotta go.
Here's a great state of New Jersey, right? Joe Biden won 57.34% of the vote. Right, he got all 14 electoral college votes for the Garden State, where you guys will be at the Garden State Comic Fest. Andy and
that's right.
And Graham Nolan.
And we're gonna miss you, Billy.
I'll miss you guys too. I'll miss you guys.
I
too.
know.
Now, if we go to what, Fraga? No, if we go to
hey, you want to know what? I'm really stoked because I'm gonna see most of my bros except for my Art and Aaron.
You've seen enough of me in California.
Nah, never enough of you.
Never. Yeah, that's right.
And I love being around Aaron Lopresti. He's got a good aura.
He's a good egg. He's a good egg. So again, we go to New Jersey. Joe Biden won New Jersey 57 to 41%, so roughly 16 points.
Holy crap, that's a big old gap too.
He won the state by 16 points in 2020. In 2020 election, Joe Biden was trending on election day by 20 points. He won the state by 16. Again, Trump is doing 4 percentage points better than he polled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at 2024 in Blue Jersey. Well, that's Kennedy and Trump. Joe Biden is up by 7 in Zogby. Joe Biden's up by 5 in Emerson College. So he basically was trending in 2020 on election day by 20 points. He ended up winning it by, what did I say? He won it by
16.
And now he's only up on Donald Trump in deep blue New Jersey by average 6 percentage points. Can Donald Trump, does he have a chance to win any of these?
If he can stay out of jail, he's got a chance.
It's not up to him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Who do you think he's picking? Who do you think he's picking for VP?
What am I? There's 4 guys he has it narrowed down to.
Yeah, who are they?
Tim Scott,
Doug Burgum.
Oh, Doug Burgum.
Scott. Is Rubio one?
Yeah. And who's that? JD Vance is the other one. And everybody
JD
says
Vance.
that JD Vance has that Michigan connection that he wants. So that's likely who he's going to pick is JD Vance.
What about, so no, you guys don't think he's going to lean towards Elise Stefanik?
No, he's already sent out, like, he's already sent, it's down to 4. Those are
Yeah,
4.
but that's what they're saying.
True.
But like, and I will say, out of those 4, I like JD Vance. I kind of like Doug Burgum too. I'm not a big Rubio guy.
Yeah.
Just because he's already
Bush Republican.
Yeah.
And also Scott and Rubio are tarnished by Trump himself. Remember little Marco and Scott is great. I love the guy, but he does not have that killer instinct. He doesn't have that that gravitas, you know, and he doesn't bring anything to the table that Trump needs.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But Burgum, I like Burgum, but again, he doesn't bring anything to the table. Vance does bring Michigan, possibly. So I know it's not Nikki Haley. I don't think that'll ever happen.
No, not at all.
No.
Let's look at Virginia. I know Aaron is just riveted by all this. I think Aaron's interesting. I'd love to hear what Shelley has to say about this stuff.
Oh, she's 10 times more volatile than I am.
I'd say 100 times actually, Aaron, because you're
All right, Graham Nolan. We're going to go to the great state of Virginia.
Okay. I love Virginia.
Come with me real quick, buddy, and then
the House of Burgesses.
Yes. Here is the great state of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Commonwealth.
Donald Trump lost soundly by 500,000 votes. Look at this whole state's red. To Joseph R. Biden. He lost by, what is that, 11? Is that 11 percentage points? He lost the state by, right? 54 to 43, 11 percentage points.
Look at all those red counties, man. How dense are those blue counties?
Yeah.
I know, right?
10.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I'm tripping on that. That, like, it looks, you know, just by sight, it looks like red crushed it.
Dude, if you look at the whole country by red and blue, you think that blue would never win.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
So
it's all densely populated, liberally run states.
Yeah.
Cities.
So now let's go again. Keep talking. I'm sorry. I'm talking. I'm sorry, Graham. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I finished.
Oh, okay. Here's the great state of Virginia, 2020. Joseph R. Biden was pretty much spot on. He won the state by 11. He was up by 11.8 in Virginia. You're talking that's where all the politicians live. Right. It's connected to D.C. It's connected to Maryland. It's connected to Northeast West Virginia. It's South Pennsylvania. All this deep blue areas. Right. So Biden won soundly by 11 percentage points. Here's the average in 2024. You have Joseph Biden is up by 1%. It's even according to Bacon Research. I don't know what that is. He's up by 2. He's up by 4. He's up by 1. So you have it's maybe 2-3 percentage points. Let's just by only in the state of Virginia. He's in the margin of error, Donald Trump, of taking the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Yeah. If you can believe these
polling, and if he's polling though 4 percentage points lower than his results, he could take the state.
But don't forget how polls went with Hillary Clinton too.
Right.
Polls, you got to take them with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Because the people answering them, might not be truthful.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I called my cousin on Veterans Day. I'm like, that day. I said, so did you vote? He goes, yeah. I'm like, who'd you vote for? He goes, I voted for the guy that no one says they're voting for, but everyone is. So I just found this very interesting. I kind of went down that rabbit hole when I was having my lunch today. And I'm like, let me see what's going on with this because I was in such a bad mood. And it put me in a good mood.
Well, what they say? They say if you're going to win an election, you got to win by a huge margin. That way, if it's too close, it allows cheating to sway the balance. But if you win big, they can't do anything about it.
Right. So that's why
I
you
want
need
this
bigger.
election. I want Trump to come in and just crush it.
Mhm.
Yep.
He has to. It's the
Crush
only
it.
chance he has to even to keep them, because they're going to try and cheat.
Yeah, the cheating machine will be out. That's for sure.
My biggest fear is if he doesn't win, I don't know what that's going to do to morale. Like I'll be like crushed.
Well, if
like,
he doesn't
feel like
win,
there is no justice in the world. Like, how could you vote in Joe Biden? Like, not only does he have a really bad track record, but the guy is barely lucid. You know what I mean?
I just
like,
don't think he's going to be the nominee. I really don't think
I-
Joe's going to be the nominee.
Well, that would be like a very last
How late?
minute. Like,
How late do they have to?
well, here's the thing.
The convention. They could pull, because the thing is, so this is all stuff. I don't think he's going to be the nominee. Now, some of the podcasts I listen to theorize. You've got the debate June 27th, right?
Yeah.
Most likely he'll be awful at the debate, even if they pump him up full of stuff. You know,
they will.
Then July 11th, he gets, Trump gets sentenced, right? And then 4 days later, obviously it's the Republican convention. They'll nominate Trump, whether he's serving time or not. And then come in, I think it's July, August in Chicago for the Democratic convention, they can easily go, okay, they're full blown for Trump. Look at what's happening with Biden in the polls. We can't do this. And they can do some end around at the convention.
yeah, but who would they get that's actually more of a household name than Joe Biden?
Gavin Newsom or
Gavin
Hillary?
Newsom.
No, Newsom will get crushed, I think.
I think Newsom, I don't know if he would. I mean, Newsom doesn't have much going for him because DeSantis totally messed him up in that debate they had on Hannity or whatever it was. But that was so long ago now. But then you just look at how California's going in the first place.
Only conservatives would see that as a loss.
I know, but then you just look at California, and California is not doing that great right now. Obviously,
that would indicate that somebody's actually going to research. He's good looking. He's smooth and he's slick. He will appeal to young Democrats who aren't going to do their homework in the first place. They're not going to give a shit. They're just going to say, "Oh, this guy, he's a good talker. He's handsome." They're not going to look at California. Those are the people that you'll get,
and the press will protect him.
Oh yeah.
The press will protect him.
They'll manipulate those numbers.
I'll tell you, if that happens, I'm going to be even more pissed and more jaded and more angry than I am now. Like, I left that freaking state. If this guy becomes like the head of the country, I'll be like, what the hell, man?
Jeez. Oh, and Aaron Lopresti, this is for you. When you said that they say, if you guys recall that you, Bernie Horowitz, so you're the they, and that's what they say. So from now on, you don't have to say they say anymore. You could just say Bernie Horowitz.
Bernie Horowitz. That's
you're
right.
in Illinois. So there you go.
What he says.
I hate you guys planted that seed about Gavin Newsom. Thanks, Andy. Like,
I can't believe you haven't heard that. Yeah.
Sleep well tonight, Art.
It can't happen. It can't happen. Please, guys, get out and vote for you.
Has this ever happened in American history where a sitting president was removed by the party and put somebody else in? I don't think it's ever happened.
No.
I don't think so either. But look at the other norms that have been broken already.
Right.
Yeah. If it does, it's more proof that the Republican Party isn't really like a united party, but the Democratic Party is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they vote like they're like the party. It's like the Borg. You know what I mean? Like, they're a high kind of entity.
That's always been their advantage.
Because like the Republicans are kind of like, they think for themselves and they're kind of here, there, and wherever.
They're busy working.
The Democrats are like,
right.
Yeah, right. The Republicans are busy working at their jobs.
They don't have time to strategize about all this shit. And the Democrats are very good at that. You know, they strategize. They're good about getting the vote out, getting out to young people, getting that vote out. And they just blow the Republicans away when that happened, you know.
You know what they figured out? You know what they figured out? Just human nature, okay? Like, so the Democrats just put the Republicans on the rope constantly, and they've done it for decades. Like they'll accuse you, they'll just throw all of this stuff out, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, because then it puts you in the defensive. Like you always have to defend these accusations. So you're always behind the 8 ball. Like you're never able to move forward because all you're doing is dealing with all these accusations.
Dude,
and
Harry, I think it was Harry Reid that made that shit up about Romney not paying taxes or whatever, right? And then Romney loses, and after everything, it was bullshit. It was total bullshit. And they asked Harry Reid about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I know. It worked though, didn't it?"
Well, that's what lawyers do in court. They'll say something that they know the opposition is going to object to, and the judge will say, jury, you have to disavow everything that was said.
Right.
You can't do that. It's already out there. It's already
you can't ring the bell.
Yeah. And that's why I think Trump was so pioneering, because I used to watch these Republican Democrat debates, and I used to think, like, the Republicans, the question's going to come up. They're going to accuse you of being a racist, or they're going to do whatever. They're going to say these things, and you don't have an argument to counter that, and all they do is feed right into it. It's like, well, I'm not a racist, I got black friends, or whatever, whatever they say. And the thing is, like, these are all the worst. And what Donald Trump does is he accuses you back. You know what I mean? Like, he throws it right back at you. So now you have to defend your point of view, not just him. So the thing is, like, it's all bullshit. But if you're going to win, you got to kind of play by their rules.
You got to, and he does.
You're not gonna win any other way, man.
Yeah. And I think here's another guy, and I'm going to make a prediction 5 months out. And I'd love to hear all the boys do this too, and then we'll move on to and showcase our projects, and then we will let everyone go. And but I predict that Donald John Trump Jr. will become the 47th president of the United States. I think he will win with 320 electoral votes. That's what I'm saying. And I think this foreign leader will be the first one to visit the White House. Javier Milei from Argentina.
Yeah, I like that guy.
This guy is a fucking beast, man.
Yes, he is.
Paul and the Kings was saying that it doesn't matter what a politician says. Look at this guy.
Yeah,
he's got the Wolverine sideburns.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I think because look what he's done, how he's balanced the budget. I think, right? Already,
yeah, well, he cut so much stuff that he was able to. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I disagree with. I think all of us actually are on the same page with Paul, where for most part, I agree with him about the part of it all being like stagecraft, right?
Yeah.
But where I disagree with him is Trump just totally tips over the apple cart or whatever that saying is, because he's like, that's why they're so scared of him, because he wants to come in there and basically go, no, this is a bunch of BS. I'm going to clean house. I heard a great interview with General Flynn, right, a few weeks ago. And Flynn said, he goes, when he came in the office the first time, obviously he was a newbie. He wasn't a politician. So he wanted to basically, even though he was basically told, you should clean house. Trust me, Democrats do it. Republicans, for some reason, get into office and be the nice guy and go, I don't want them to lose their job. So they don't clean house as thorough as they should. And Trump was basically like that. And Flynn was like, if he wins this time, he knows better this time to come in and basically go, you're all shit canned. And I can do it because I'm the executive in chief or whatever.
Well, he's going to do that this time for sure.
Yeah, he needs to.
Yeah. But let's not forget that when Trump won the first time, he was not the darling of the Republicans. We had a very strong rhino base that was very much against him draining the swamp. He was a threat to them as well. So they were not a lot of help to him when the Democrats were pounding him with all their bullshit. Now, after some of those rhinos are still there, they're finding out that this is what it's like under a real shitbag with Biden. And so now they're getting behind Trump and they're showing up in his court case and all this other stuff. You know, it's those two-faced Republicans piss me off. I just hate those bastards.
Who was the Speaker of the House when he first got in? Paul Ryan? Was that it? Who was it?
Yep. It was Boehner. Well, Boehner left, and then Paul Ryan took over.
And then Paul Ryan took over, yeah. Because that's the thing. They always go, oh, for the first 2 years, Trump had the House and the Senate. You got nothing. And like you said, Graham, he was fighting against those guys.
Yeah.
Because they weren't on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at that. They were threatened by him.
His first phone call to a foreign leader, to the Australian Prime Minister, was leaked. The day after he got into fucking office. You don't see no leaks with Biden as president, because it was all those deep staters, all those people that were there from the Obama administration, like you said, Andy. Now you guys keep your jobs. You guys are in. We're new. We don't, and like
rock the boat.
Yeah, and they were out to destroy him from the very beginning.
Meanwhile, when Clinton left office, they took certain keys off the computer things.
All the W's.
Yeah,
they took all the W's. How grown up of them?
Yeah.
Well, what I heard is, I forget who said it, but
did they really?
Trump was kind of at a disadvantage going in because he wasn't established and didn't have a lot of allies. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he was kind of under the gun as far as like learning who he could trust, who was, who's loyal, who's not, all that stuff. So it's quite a learning curve coming in. And I thought he did a pretty damn good job, coming in fresh like that. And that's one of the reasons I really like him, because he feels like an outsider. He doesn't necessarily feel like a Republican even. You know what I mean? He really feels like an outsider that's coming in, and he doesn't play the usual politics, And I'm hoping that he's not loyal to the same kind of money that, have been backing these other politicians, that he is truly independent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping,
Yeah. Well, he doesn't need any PAC money.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
He can't be, that's just it. He can't be bought off. I mean, the dude didn't take a paycheck for 4 years. He lost money 4 years later. Presidents come out richer. This dude comes out.
Yeah.
Now he sells bobbleheads to make it back.
And that's the difference. That Trump lost money while in office and in public service, and Biden made millions.
Yeah. Yeah, and Obama too. Obama, an activist before that. Before he became a senator, he was only in the Senate a very short time, a couple of years.
He didn't finish his term. I think 180 days. He was a senator for 180 days, and I think he was a congressman.
Missed most of his votes.
Terms. Yeah. Crazy. Well, what's your predictions, guys? I know we're out there. I'd like to revisit this again on Andy's birthday, and let's have a good time.
I mean, I'll go with it. I'll go with the Trump win. I just have to. I just can't see this train wreck continuing. I just can't. And I think with the RNC being kind of revitalized, I guess, I think they're going to try and do more of the boots on the ground stuff because they learned a lesson, So,
what do you guys think? What do you think?
I think that barring any, October surprise, that Trump is going to win and that he's going to win big.
Well, there's what might be reality, and there's what might not. But I'm hoping that Donald Trump will get in, because I just think that the economy was strong. When he was in, we weren't at war with anybody. You can armchair quarterback anybody, after the fact. Hindsight's always 20/20. But I think his presidency, those 4 years, especially coming in, not being a professional politician and all that other stuff, I think he kicks a major ass. And I think at least the foreign, dignitaries and stuff respected the guy. I don't think they respect Joe Biden at all. I think he's just a clown.
Yeah. I think I'm with Graham. If the Republican Party can prevent any significant chicanery, Trump wins huge. But I think it's close. But I'm not convinced he's going to win, because I think that the Democratic Party will go in there and they will cheat like crazy. And it all depends if they can keep him from doing it.
Well, all you
hear the whole thing. They're already basically saying if it's close. that the Democrats should go to those close states and basically tell the electors, flip it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but all you hear is the press. All you hear is the press talking about when they mention Donald Trump. They always say convicted. 37.
Oh, yeah.
Count. So that's
34 counts.
Like 34. It's always attached. Whenever they say the guy's name, now
That's what they wanted.
Exactly.
That's why they did it, so they could call them.
That goes out to the general population. That's a lot of power.
It is, but the mainstream news media is really losing its effect. I don't know if it's losing it enough, but it's really losing its effect. It's funny. I was debating with somebody the other day, and they go, I'll tell you guys off stream who it was, but they go, I know what you listen to. I really think you need to listen to a little more CBS Morning News in the Today Show. And I'm thinking, no, I'm not listening to those retards. No.
I don't listen to any news. I find it myself because I don't trust anybody.
Well, if you guys remember this, you talk about election interference, and is that what Aaron had just mentioned about the let's see where it is. I think it's right. Is it here?
Well, we all know the thing is, people act like it never happened. Kennedy interfered with Nixon, and he wouldn't have won if it hadn't been for and that's a proven fact.
Yeah. What about this one? What about this one here? Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. I mean, all the Marvel
Republican members of the Electoral College, this message is for you. As you know, our founding fathers built the Electoral College to safeguard the American people from the dangers of a demagogue and to ensure that the presidency only goes to someone who is to an eminent degree endowed with the requisite qualifications.
An eminent degree. Someone who is highly qualified for the job.
The Electoral College was created specifically to
prevent
an unfit candidate from becoming president.
These are all the guys that wanted to get rid of the Electoral College.
Just 36 other
Right.
conscientious Republican electors can make a difference.
By voting your conscience on December 19th.
And thereby shaping the future of our nation.
I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary Clinton.
I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary Clinton.
I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, you are.
As you know, the Constitution gives electors the right to vote for any eligible person.
Any eligible person, no matter which part.
So they're trying to. Yeah, that's this 2016. They're trying to convince the electors to not ratify the states that the people voted for.
Yeah,
I know. What's that sound like?
He wants to supersede these fucking assholes.
No, let it play, dude. Let it play. I want to see who else is saying
But it
this
should
stuff.
certainly be someone you
Never
consider
messing. She's
especially
like 5 foot
competent.
nothing.
Especially competent.
Ah!
to serve
The Joker.
as president
Is that
of the
Rico
United
Browning?
States of
Joni
America.
No, it's
voting
Sally
your
Kellerman, I
conscience.
think.
You
yeah,
and other
it's
brave
Hot
Republican
Licks Hannigan from the
electors
TV
can
show,
give the
not
House
the
of
movie.
Yeah,
Representatives.
it's from MASH.
Nothing hot about
Yeah,
it.
but Sally
that's
Kellerman was
Hot
in the
Licks
movie.
Yeah, that was Sally Kellerman, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah.
No, that was the actress from the
Loretta
TV show
Swit?
MASH.
Loretta Swit?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh my God.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, he's saying it right here. He's
Representatives
listen
the option to select a qualified candidate.
to select a qualified candidate. Dude,
So now your vote doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, the people's vote don't mean anything because the electors who are put in place to select a qualified candidate. You believe this? The
We
fucking
will make the decisions.
It's the balls. It's the projection.
I stand with you.
I stand with you. Look, I stand with you. Like isn't this a chick that got arrested for lying for her daughter to get
No.
That's
No. This isn't her.
Oh, all right.
I don't even know who that is.
I stand with you in support and solidarity with conservatives,
all these
independents,
people.
and liberals.
And all citizens of the United States.
The American people trust that your voice speaks for us
Okay,
all.
hold on.
And that you will make yourself heard through the constitutional responsibility granted to you by Alexander Hamilton himself.
What is evident is that Donald Trump lacks more than the qualifications.
Aaron, what's going on with this right here?
I don't know. It makes me glad I don't have any hair. If
that?
that was my other
I
choice.
liked him in MASH.
Where is that going?
Nice
Someone
posture
tell me.
there too.
I know. Well, he's up there.
President.
He lacks the necessary
You know
stability.
who if you want to classify people, you know who the stupidest people in the world are? Actors.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious.
What was Abraham Lincoln's qualifications? Would they talk about Abraham Lincoln like this?
Qualifications that he lacks. Look at this. The guy who ended the fucking Korean War.
And clearly the respect for the Constitution of our great nation.
How about that? The respect for the Constitution of the United States, and they're asking the electors to go against the will of the people and select a president for their particular state because they have that much power.
That's right. To get the person they want in.
Yeah, the person they
Hey,
want.
hey, guys, Biden has full respect for the Constitution. He is going to wipe away student debt, even though the Supreme Court said no. Biden's like, I don't care what the Supreme Court said. I'm still doing it. He's got the respect of the Constitution. Guys.
And the opportunity to go down in the books.
Played the president, but he thinks he's the president.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, how many people go back to this show going, what a great show. He was such a great president. I'm like, it's a fucking TV show.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Words written for him.
I know.
You remember Dean Cain when he had that one dude with the mustache and then the Dylan Mulvaney and they were celebrating girlhood? And he says, I don't think neither of you are girls. And then a woman responded and said, yes, and you're not Superman. He said, you're right. I pretended to be.
Yeah.
It's a great tweet.
As an American hero who changed the course of history.
And you have my respect.
You have my respect.
Oh,
You have
well,
my
that means a
respect.
lot. Thank
Your
goodness I got your
patriotism
respect.
and service to the American people. Unite.
That's the thing that kills me about this shit is when they all end with, you have my respect. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll sleep so much better. I don't give a shit if I have Martin Sheen's respect. It's like,
And of course, if they don't select the person that they want to, these jerk offs, then they're not going to respect them.
Yeah, guys, I've got Deborah Messing's respect. Screw
Yeah.
you
That
all. I got her
from
respect.
ER that's on there, that was on that thing. Yeah, he's now shilling gold on Fox News. You know, that's some acting gig you got there, buddy, and you seem to be going against your grain here. I mean, isn't gold evil?
Yeah,
great. So here's Dean Cain. Look, I think neither of you are girls. And then this Zoe Beth C. Mighty says, and you were never Superman either. And he says, correct. I pretended.
I'm an actor.
I mean, it's just the level of ineptitude from these freaking people. It's like, oh, you own me with that one.
Jeez, man. And speaking of ineptitude, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to Andy Smith's core draft the record.
Whoa, hey now, that's not cool.
Awakening.
Hey, I'm gonna play the video. You know, guys, Dan has yet to hear the celebrity voiceover I got for the video.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
An ancient evil awakened to slaughter his family.
Who is this guy?
I don't know, but he's talented.
A mythical quest was revealed.
You know, I could have done this for you.
I know, but I like paying those expensive fees.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is this Fraga's voice
Treacherous
as AI?
perils await.
Did you do this voiceover, Dan?
I
did. Lovers bound by destiny.
That's what iPhones are for. He did it within 5 minutes after I hung up the phone.
Darkness gathers as a new game begins.
Nice.
Did Nick do this trailer, Andy?
What's that? Yeah, Nick did. Yeah.
One man's rage will shape worlds.
He did a 60-second one for me as well.
Cordrath, The Awakening. Only on Indiegogo. Back it now.
That's right, guys. You heard the man himself.
That's great, Dan. That's great.
Fraga Schwarzenegger. Back it now.
Back it now.
That's right. We've got Cordrath is back with Adriana. They've got to save the Shattered Reach from Vordoom the Undying. travel along with them on their quest to do this with Cordrat the Awakening. Bunch of different covers for you guys to choose from. Got the preview pages up. I got 4 more color pages from my colorist today. Looking mighty fine.
Heck yeah,
And a new game module, that is. Version 2, new role-playing game, new story for that. Beautiful Dan Lawless colors. Homage cover. That's the one I know Aaron's getting. I just know it. I know it. I'll be shocked if he doesn't.
No, well.
Bud Root, Dan Lawless, they're back.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
These covers line up. This one lines up with the Lilith cover to make one nice big image. Of course, the line art. Lots of great stuff, guys. So yeah, go check it out. Go back it today. And thank you all very much for those that have already backed it. So
yeah, and Andy Smith will be checking your phones and assisting anyone who comes to Terrificon this weekend to log on to
HeroesCon
and HeroesCon. What did I say? Terrific. To HeroesCon and to back Core Draft. He'll help you do it.
That's right. We got a QR code at the booth. So.
Excellent. Another stud. Look at these studs. Look at these guys. These guys are princes, all kings. My God,
kings, one and all.
That's right.
Graham Nolan.
Hey.
5K.
Yeah. We're moving along pretty good. We got 27 days left. Should I play the video?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I insist.
Yo.
Nice.
Electrifying. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So Anthony's doing everything, right? He's doing the colors as well.
Yes. Yeah. Anthony Gonzalez Clark is doing the artwork on the story. He's awesome. And we got all different kinds of packages for you. This is the 3rd book in the Joe Frankenstein series. This is going to go back in time to 1927. And we're going to see the monster and Joe's great-great-grandfather, Frederick Frankenstein, fighting mummies in the pyramids of ancient Egypt.
Frederick.
As they search for the staff of Ra, which was used by the ancient Egyptians to vanquish a vampire infestation back in the ancient Egypt days. And the vampires are gathering again, and so they need this to destroy them. But they unwittingly release Lord Golgotha, that mummy creature from the first 2 books. And so we get to see his origin too. So fun stuff. And then
you should have Anthony put art in a book because he did study abroad in 1927 in Egypt. So
yeah.
All
right.
He said he studied abroad.
Yeah, I was going to go there.
It was very low hanging, ready to go.
Yeah, I teed it up.
Yeah. Well, we got the. Is this stuff? I don't know. Okay, yeah, good.
We see it.
Okay. So the 2 newest things on here is the CGC version, which will be signed by me and Chuck and Anthony. And then this one, the limited collector's edition cover, is going to have like a foil stamp on it, holographic type thing, embossing. And there's only going to be 500 copies of this printed. So it's going to be super rare. So you want to grab one of these while you can, because once they're gone, they're gone. They'll never be reprinted again.
God bless you, buddy. Great job, man.
Yeah, here's some pages by Anthony. You can go to the website and check it out. All this stuff here is on add-ons. You know, you get the challenge coin set. The newest one's the Joe Frankenstein one, obviously. Coasters, because nobody wants rings on their nice wood furniture. And there you go. Fun stuff. You know, adventure comics the way you used to remember them.
That's
excellent. Right. Proud of you, brother. Great job. Great job.
Guys. Thanks.
All right. Lopez. 120, you.
Yeah.
Bastard.
We creeped up over 120. The next stretch goal is 125. Are we going to get there? I think we might.
What is it?
Yeah, you are.
It's a big sticker that goes on the Empire Comics sticker with characters on it that goes right on the front of your short box or long box to keep your comics in.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
All your comics, yeah.
That's right. You got a hardcover. This is limited edition to signed and numbered limited edition to orders. Can probably be run about 750 copies is all. And it has an 8-page tipped in art gallery that won't be in the soft cover, which is right here, which is not limited. Of course, it is limited because I'm only going to print, a certain number. But here's some of the interiors. Inks by Matt Ryan, colors by Kelsey Shannon. Look at this.
Look at that.
Dan Lawless providing a saucy back cover for both editions.
Yeah.
Swing. Tight suits.
This is in the gallery in the hardcover. This is in the gallery in the hardcover.
Oh.
You got t-shirts. You got choice of black or teal. There's the image. The 8.5 by 11. This is 8.5 by 11. It's not normal comic book size. It's larger. So 8.5 by 11. The sketchbook will be the same size. That's the poster. That's the rough for the poster that I'm painting right behind me.
Yeah, can we show that poster? You mind if I make it full screen?
Hey, I got a question for you. How big did you do that rough? Because that's a watercolor rough. So how big did you do that?
It's like I think it's not 11 by 17 paper, but it's a little bit wider, so it's not.
And are you selling that?
Yeah.
Somebody might want to buy that.
Well, it's part of a perk where you get all the roughs for the campaign.
Oh, okay.
So it's already gone. Yeah, so I'm working on this. It's in acrylics.
Wow, that's gorgeous, dude.
We're getting there.
Looking great.
Dude, I love that helmet. That is great. I mean, the whole face of that guy's great.
Just like Brad's. Just like
Brad.
So anyway, and it's going to be, so that'll be this image here. It's going to be trimmed on the sides, obviously, quite a bit.
And is that an Apatiosaurus or a Brontosaurus behind you?
That is a Diplodocus.
Oh.
In case you must know. Okay, so
Diplodosis.
So this is the early sign-up trading card by David Williams. I colored it of Click from Power Cube. So if you signed up early, you get this for free. If you didn't, you don't get it. But you can buy one from me. This is Power Cube. This is Stretch Goal. This is the Power Blaster from Power Cube. That's the trading card that everybody gets. Imperius by David Williams, again, colored by me. That's another one of the trading cards. And I just finished the other two, which aren't on the campaign yet. So I have all the trading cards are done and going out to the printer this week sometime. And you can still, the add-ons are the Garbage Man trade paperback, the Power Cube trade paperback. You can get the second printing of the first Wraith of God with 2 cover options, or you can get Wraith of God 2. All cover options are still available. And all the original art's gone, but I may be putting up some other pieces as well. So hoping to have this sucker. I'm done penciling it. So I'm just doing all the extra stuff now that goes with the campaign. So Matt Ryan, 6 pages behind me. So hopefully to see the rest of the book inked by the end of this week. And then hopefully Kelsey's not far behind Matt. So hopefully we get this book to the printers by the end of the month. So that's the goal.
Fantastic, man. Yeah, this book looks great.
Thank you.
It really does. It really does, Aaron. The painting looks fantastic too, and happy for you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that painting done.
Graham Nolan. I see that you added something to the stage. Is that your old campaign, or did you add something new?
I didn't add anything new.
Oh, okay, so that's the same thing.
That's
What about Art and Fraga? You guys got any screen?
Yeah, go full screen. So this is going to be my next campaign right here, putting it together. right now. This is Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. This is my art book. And there's a pre-launch sign-up page right now. The link should be in the description. So click on that, sign up, and you will get a free exclusive print with a backing. So this is Oodles of Doodles. This will be the second printing for this. So the files are ready to go. So as soon as we get this bad boy funded, we're going to go to press. And I also have, can I share the screen here?
Bro, it's your world. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, click on this. I got some interior stuff to show you guys.
Ooh.
So this is a quote actually from the great Kevin Nolan. So
awesome.
I've been jealous of Art's inking for many years. He really makes beautiful lines. If you isolate them and disregard the context, they are still graceful and elegant. But he's not just an inker. He draws beautifully as well. I think that might explain half of the secret of his success. If he puts a shadow under the nose or adds a texture, he's sensitive to the underlying structure, so he doesn't make the mistakes you're likely to see from an inker who is just a tracer or tracing the pencils. The other half, I have no idea. I've tried to make lines as elegant as his, and I fail every time. And this, thank you so much, Kevin. And this was a con we did together. And I did a Batman drawing, and trust me, it looked nothing like this. I asked him if he could ink it up, and this is what I got. I was like, holy
good.
Look at that. Yeah. So this is the team up, and I do have interior pages here. I just put this together. Yes, with the permission of the great Billy Tucci, I got to use this character. So this is going to be a double page inside the art book. Like I said, I just put this together. So we have the doodle here. Let me grab this.
I'll get you a better logo too. I'll get you a high-res she logo if you want.
Oh yeah, please. So here's the first original doodle, and then what I usually do is I'll tighten it up in ink. So this is like a little marker over that, and then here is the final pencils and inks right here. So killer design, dude. I had to do the G string because it's it's crazy sexy. Yeah.
We need to talk art too. We have to talk about this piece. So.
Okay. So thank you so much, Billy, for letting me do this, use this character. I think this is a great addition to the book. So thank you guys, and go sign up for Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. We will be launching the campaign at the end of this month. So stay tuned for more details. Thank you.
Excellent. And if you guys, if you don't, hey, Danny boy.
Yeah. You know, thank you everybody for backing Black Flag, back in the saddle. It feels good to not have shaky hands, which is amazing. Want to say to anybody that's going to be in the area for Heroes, North Carolina, come to Heroes, come see this bottom row of folks, Billy, Andy, and myself. And then the following weekend, you're going to see Andy, Graham, and myself. Brian Kriskow is going to be there too. I just saw in the chat he's going to be there.
Yep.
Perfect.
Six Gun Gorilla, our good friend. And just want to thank everybody. And I just feel it's a great time to be alive, and an interesting time to be alive, given all the things we talked about in today's show.
Yes, sir. Excellent. With you guys, tomorrow is She's birthday.
What?
I received that my copyright and trademark notice from the U.S. Copyright Office on June 12th, or that's what the day it was marked. It was stamped June 12th, 1993. So she is 31 years young today, and we are closing this campaign out tomorrow. This campaign closed at midnight tomorrow. I'm going to show a little graphic. I'll be on Ethan's show. Thank you all for supporting us. God bless you. All 454 backers on Indiegogo. We're closing Indiegogo. Cool thing is, I was talking to Ethan, I think we're going to have a big celebration tomorrow. Because if you look at the highlights, we are less than $20,000 away from making $1 million on Indiegogo.
Holy smokes. Congratulations.
And it couldn't come at a better time for us with all the shit I've been going through. But who knows if we can get it, but it's going to be a party anyway. And just thank you guys for the support. We got some new perks going. I got my sketch cover right here. That's available. It's only sheet closing. Oh, that's the sheet closing bundle. We got a bundle. We got the sketch covers, I think 25. And if you guys wouldn't mind supporting us, we're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow on Ethan's show on all caps. Let me grab this. Here's a little promo. I'm not sure what time, but that's what we'll be doing. That you guys are all gonna be invited. See if we can make $1 million, man. Who knows?
That picture of Ethan, man, that's hilarious.
I know.
He's throwing what the kids call the Riz.
Yeah, the Riz.
The Riz.
And we got a lot of big things coming up this year. Just talking to a buddy of mine, Fraga, you're gonna like that. I'm doing a cover for a legendary comic superstar. I can't wait for it to come out. I gotta do it next week. Also, I did another cover which will debut at the San Diego Comic-Con. It's going to be the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for, man, quite possibly one of, if not the most popular independent characters, properties, if you will, in the past 40 years. And they'll be celebrating their 40th anniversary this year, too.
Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles.
So I'm psyched. I got another big thing with a couple other friends. A lot of stuff we are launching too. She Gatecrasher. I think early next month or later on this year. I got to talk to. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. You know, we'll stock. Grant Arts next campaign. We got to stagger our campaigns. Yeah. And I just want to thank everyone for a wonderful 30 years. Again, tomorrow she's 31st birthday. Can't wait to talk about it. And join us tomorrow in All Caps when we close it out. And you guys are great. I know we went off topic.
We went all over the place. What a weird one.
Dude, rough day from everything, man. Like I even fertilizer. You guys weed and feed your lawns. No. I put it in our shed and I didn't close the bag up from last year, and it corroded all my metal in all our tools, all my hedge trimmer, everything, my power washer. It just corroded the shit out of it all. So I'm out there scrubbing today with steel wool and everything like that. But,
lesson learned, man. Thank you.
Learned.
Thank you for blazing that trail for us.
Yes, back that shit up.
Lesson learned. Close it up.
Guys, thanks a lot. All the links to these wonderful campaigns are in the description. So check them out, support or the websites, which will lead you to the pre-launch pages. Because Art, I don't think I have your pre-launch page, and I apologize for that.
Okay.
But thank you guys for joining us.
I'll send it to you in the green room, and then you can add it after.
You got it. So listen, guys, guess what? We're the bros. Who's next week? Graham Nolan.
Graham Nolan.
See us this weekend.
He's going to get people all primed for Jersey next week.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep, you're gonna see me, Andy, Fraga Boom next weekend, and
Ethan's going too. He's going.
No, Jersey. We're talking about next week.
Heroes, and then will be the three-peat, which will you see Andy, Fraga, Graham, Ethan,
Cecil.
Shane's coming this weekend.
Next week. Yeah, Heroes coming. Yep.
Yeah, Heroes. PCB is going to be there too.
Mandy's going to be there. Mandy's got a booth. Heroes going to be a blast, man. Bring a Hawaiian shirt. Graham, we're going to have the spirit of the Graham Nolan Hawaiian shirt, cigar, whiskey night.
That's right.
Do it. I want pictures.
You got it. So everyone have a great night. Let me see if I have any starred. Nothing starred. You guys are awesome. Thank you for listening to me rant and you guys putting up with me. And we are Brofessionals.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.